Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all things Disney pin trading. So from how to pin trade, from how to spot a pin trading board in the parks, some tips for first timers, and then I thought I would end the video with showing you some of our pin collection from our trip last year. If you do enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. We have got a whole bunch of Disney World vlogs coming in the next month or so after our trip. So if you do enjoy Disney vlogs, then please subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any of those. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. So what is Disney pin trading? So Disney pin trading started in 1999 in the Disney parks and it has grown across the globe. You are able to do it in all of the parks over the world. So you trade pins with cast members or guests sometimes, but you will find the cast members dotted around different areas of each park, either wearing a Disney pin lanyard, they might have a Disney sort of like pad on their pocket, or in some stores or in some shops or just some stands around the Disney parks, they will have I was going to sort of draw a Mickey shape then. They will have a Mickey shaped corkboard with so many different pins on it. If you see those, you are able to go up to a cast member and ask them to trade pins with you. You can trade one for one with absolutely no pressure. So if you wanted to go over and have a look at the cast member's lanyard, or if you wanted to go and look at the board behind one of the shops, you just need to ask very politely if you're able to look at the pins that they have. And if you find a pin that you like and you want to trade, then you take a pin from your own collection and you pass that over to the guest and the pin trading can continue. So how did we get into pin trading? So we went to Disney World for the first time as a family last year. We have been a few times as children, but we didn't really know about pin trading when we were kids. But we've watched a lot of Disney vlogs on the lead up to our trip last year, and we found out that this was really a big thing, and it's quite a fun thing for the kids to do as well. So what we did, and it's different for everybody, and everyone will have different opinions on this, but we did find a seller on the internet who sold genuine real Disney pins in a bundle, and I think we got something like 20 pins, and I think we paid, I don't know, like £30 for this sort of bundle of pins. Now you don't know the pins that you're going to get. There could be a really random collection, but we weren't too fussed because we knew that we wanted to trade them. I will just caveat though by saying you need to be really careful when buying pins online. There are so many pin sellers out there that are not legitimate. They are not real pins, but there are some sellers out there that do sell real genuine pins, and it is really difficult to sort of tell the difference between the two. So I thought I would share a couple of tips in this video just to tell you how you could tell the difference between perhaps a fake Disney pin and a real Disney pin. So as an example, I thought I would show you a real pin that we bought in Walt Disney World last year and how you can obviously spot that it's real. Now we obviously know this one's real because we bought it in Walt Disney World and it's still in its packaging, but just a few things to make you aware about then so you can spot a real Disney pin. So Disney pins, they are going to be weighty. I don't mean weighty like you're not able to lift it, but it's definitely got some like weight and some substance to it rather than being quite sort of light and flimsy. You can tell that they are real pins. So the back of the pin should have quite sort of like a neat back to it. So it should have the Disney logo, it should have a Disney pin trading logo, and then it also should have, I'll see if the camera can pick it up, but it also should have the year of the logo as well. Real Disney pins also will have a really sort of nice finish to them. They won't have any sort of like paint or ink spills or like different colours bleeding into each other. And of course, although this is something that the fakes do now sometimes have, is the Mickey back. But all Disney legitimate pins will come with a Mickey shaped Disney pin back. Now, I don't know if we had any fake pins. I don't know if we traded for any fake pins. I haven't really sort of looked at them in much detail, but I did ask the internet on how I can tell if a pin is fake, and it said some signs of some fake pins. They can feel light and have a plasticky feel. Sometimes there are some misspelled words or bad printing, or the colours can kind of leak into each other and the paint job isn't perhaps quite as good. Sometimes they have really rough edges, or they're sort of not even, although these are sort of rough edges. They are quite smooth. There's no jagged printing, and also on the back there usually won't be a official trading stamp with the year that the pin was made as well. So, like I say, that is what we did last year. We made sure that we spent a little bit extra money on making sure that they were genuine, legitimate Disney park pins. I would perhaps just say that when you're looking on eBay or Vinted, you're actually thinking that you're not just getting a really good deal, and the reason they probably are so cheap is because they perhaps may not be real. So just have a little bit of a shop around, make sure you're vigilant, make sure you're looking at the right kind of pins. Okay, so as I mentioned then, we bought around sort of 20 pins online prior to our Disney trip, and I actually had a Disney World pin lanyard from when I went as a child. So what we did is we attached all the pins to that lanyard, and then when we got to Walt Disney World, we found a lanyard that we really liked as a family to start collecting our pins on. So this was the old lanyard. As you can see, I had this when I was about 10 years old. It's still got some pins on it. It's got like a SeaWorld, a Busch Gardens and a Discovery Cove pin on it, but we weren't going to any of those places this year, so we left those on the old lanyard, and we actually headed to Disney Springs on like the first day that we got there to get some gift cards, and we looked in the World of Disney and we found this cute lanyard that we liked, and then we found a Stitch starter set. So we are a bit Stitch obsessed in our house, and you do have some pin trading sort of starter sets, or like pin collection starter sets, and it comes with a big sort of pendant to go on the bottom of your lanyard, and then you often get 1 or 2 pins to go with it as well. So this is where we moved all of our pins onto that we had bought from home, and we just started going around to all the different parks on the days that we were there and just looking for pin trading stands. It's a really nice thing to do when you're just relaxing or sort of wandering around the park, looking in shops and just having a bit of a look at the different pins that people are trading. It's also a really fun activity for your children to get involved in, so we ended up eventually buying some pins just fell off. We accidentally ended up buying another lanyard for George, our 7-year-old, to wear as well. So we kind of split the pins between us and him on the trading ones, and he started getting a little bit of a theme for his. He was slightly obsessed with Tinkerbell in this holiday, and also the apple-shaped collectible pins, and it's quite interesting actually to see the sort of different types of pins or the different collections that have been made over time, because we saw so many of these apple style ones in just different colours and different characters as well. So I thought I would actually just share with you some of the pins that we actually traded compared to some of the pins that we actually bought, because you can get some real good ones as you're looking around. So we have got to start with, if the camera's going to focus, we've got this Stitch one that we actually took with us, that my partner got from Disneyland Paris actually quite a few years ago, so we took that one with us. We found this really cute little Donald Duck one in his swimwear with his sunglasses on. We just thought was really cool. We actually then found this Disney Mickey Mouse in his raincoat one, which I know you can actually still buy in the Disney parks currently, so I think picking up this was a real good find that we managed to find from a cast member, so we were really happy with this one. It was Halloween when we went last year, so we were really excited and happy to find this Jack Skellington sort of like burger style pin, which he really liked. We found this really cool Mickey Mouse retro oval sort of round pin. We found this pin with the silhouette of Mickey Mouse cut out. Here is another one of those Apple collection pins I told you about. So this almost looks like a Fantasmic Apple pin. We found this really cute tiny Pluto pin, which was very sweet. Finn definitely likes this one. This Star Wars one we found is super cool. A cast member had this really cool Disney pin trading pin, which she was actually very happy for us not to trade anything for it, so we were really excited to get this one. Again, as it was Halloween, we found another Jack Skellington pin, another cute Donald Duck one, another Donald Duck one. I actually have no idea what this is. I think it might be some kind of Star Wars pin. I'd like to know if anyone knows, comment down below, but this is my partner's lanyard. Another Donald Duck pin. We got this really cool Splash Mountain pin that I actually got when I was 10 when I went to Florida, so we kept that on the lanyard. Oh, this is the one that had fallen off, but we've got another Stitch one. You'll start telling a bit of a theme, I think, between our lanyard and George's lanyard. But he has gone for some Tinkerbell pins. He found this cute Stitch Love Heart pin. Goofy on a surfboard, and then under there he has got some apple pins, and as you can see he's got 3 of the different apple pins there in a row. We've got another Tinkerbell pin. This is one that you stole from me from when I was 10. This is the mini cheerleader pin. This is another one I got when I went to Florida when I was 10, and this Minnie Mouse one is really cute. I love her glittery bow. Another Tinkerbell pin. Another Tinkerbell pin. Another Tinkerbell pin, another Tinkerbell pin, another one of the Apple collection as Goofy, a Maleficent pin, and Ariel. Some pins that had also fallen off. We have got a Typhoon Lagoon pin, Captain Hook, Anger from Inside Out, and this was also part of another collection, which is like the Lollipop Popsicle collection, but this is Sully. And then obviously, aside from pin trading itself as an event, you can also buy pins in the store as well. So we picked up a couple of pins this trip, not too many, but just a few that meant something to us. So we went in 2024. So this is the 2024 Walt Disney World pin. We did actually go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party last year. So we did pick up the official Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party pin, which you can only buy as an attendee of the event itself. We stayed at All Star Movies last year, so we did buy a pin to represent the hotel we stayed in. And then last year we did actually get engaged on our trip, so we did get a little pin to remember the event. Not that I'm going to forget the event, but we bought a really cute Mickey and Minnie engagement or sort of like marriage pin as well. So that is everything really I wanted to talk about in terms of pin trading. They're all the pins that we currently have. We will be doing the same again this year. So in the next sort of week or so, we will be looking online to make sure that we are buying legitimate real pins, and keep an eye out for those fakes. Make sure you're really doing your research before actually buying them. So we will be doing that again this year to kickstart our pin trading adventures for this trip. We won't be taking any of the pins that we got from last year. I feel like each time we go, we will just get a different lanyard and remember the year that we went and the pins that we collected that year. So that is where I'm going to end today's video. If you do have any pin trading or tips or tricks, then please comment them down below. It's really good to sort of share them within the Disney community. But thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you soon. Bye!